Hello and welcome. Today is the day and this week is the week. We're going through today my complete TV collection, and then later this week we're going to be going through my complete Blu-ray collection. So sit back, strap on your seatbelt, and get ready. We're going through some TV shows. Welcome once again, my name's Austin, and this channel is all about digging deeper and going further to better understand faith and film and everything that's in between. If that sounds exciting to you, make sure you click that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any new videos. I'm wearing the shirt of one of my favorite TV shows, and without further ado, let's get started with not only one of my favorite shirts that I picked up recently, one of my favorite shows of all time. This is the Blu-ray complete series of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I actually used to have this one on DVD and upgraded it to Blu-ray in the past couple of years. And this would probably rank at second or third for my favorite show of all time. I'll kind of give you a brief ranking on my top three as we go, but this definitely is on the list. Next, we have the Bible series. This is one that I haven't actually revisited for a long time. It's the kind of Blu-ray release that they did. I don't remember which channel this was on when it came out, but it's basically a 10-part series going through mostly the Old Testament. It has some stuff with Jesus in there too, but it's a 10-part series, and he's kind of in the last, at least the last half, if not maybe a little less. But for a long time, this was like the only decent Christian thing that I thought was out there. Next, we have one of my favorite, this is probably my second favorite of all time. Might be third. I'm gonna say third. Chernobyl. This was the HBO, there you go, mini-series that came out last year. I checked it out and have watched it almost two times now. I gotta finish it for a second round, but I thoroughly love this. I would say you should get an HBO trial just for this alone. I'd still say pay 15 bucks for the month to watch this. It's that good. Next, the thing that changed my mind on Christian media. This is a really cool one. This is a series that's on right now. They're in production on season 2. That's The Chosen. So this is kind of going through the ministry of Jesus and his relationship with his disciples. It's really cool. I haven't finished season 1 yet, but I'm not really in too much of a hurry since they're still working on season 2. Another childhood favorite of mine, Danny Phantom, the complete series on DVD. This comes with all 4 seasons of the show. I collect the things that I enjoyed growing up in anticipation of showing them to my future kids one day. I don't want them to watch the kind of silly stuff that's on these days that isn't really that good. I want them to watch the good stuff that I watch. So I kind of collect my favorite movies and shows from when I was a kid growing up so that they can watch this kind of stuff in the future too. Next, we have season 1 of Falling Skies. This is another show I really enjoy. Kind of slowly getting each of these seasons. I also have season 2 and season 3. All of these are on Blu-ray. Next, we have a series that's kind of not a series. It's more of it's a educational tool. I'll say that. It's faith-based. It's a really cool way to kind of make you look at your faith, look at church differently. Really neat series. Next, this is a series, The Haunting of Hill House. This is one of my favorite shows. It'll probably come in like 4th place or something like that for my favorite shows of all time. Really excited to have this one on Blu-ray. I haven't watched any of the episodes on this since I've gotten it yet, but it does come with 3 extended episodes and 4 director commentaries. So I've seen the show like 2 times now, so I'm familiar enough with the show that I want to check it out with these commentaries, extended episodes. Came with a nice slipcover too, so one of my favorite series, a great horror series. Next, my favorite show of all time, How I Met Your Mother, the complete DVD series. This is one of my most proud items in my collection. My wife got this for me a couple years ago for my birthday, and I love it. I've seen this show at least 2 times, some episodes 3, 4 times, and I love it. There's some really cool bonus features on here too. It comes with every single episode. I love this show so much. It was very influential on me when I was kind of going through college, all that kind of stuff. Next, we have a show that I wasn't planning on starting to collect for a little while, but the world said otherwise. We have the second season of Into the Badlands. This is on Blu-ray. It even came with a digital copy, which is cool. This is one of my favorite action martial arts shows. I love this one. And like I said, I wasn't planning on collecting it, but I found it for a good deal at an FYE a couple months ago. And now I'm just like, you know what? I'll have the second one, finish collecting the shows I want to, then I'll go back and finish this one. So sadly, this show got canceled not too long ago, but that means it's pretty easy to pick up all 3 seasons now and know you have it all. Hopefully you haven't minded. I've kind of been going into a little more detail because I don't have like a massive TV collection. I'm not nearly going to take this long later this week when I go through my movie collection, but I figured it's worth taking the time to talk about these a little bit more. Next, The Legend of Korra on Blu-ray, the follow-up to Avatar: The Last Airbender. Not quite as good, doesn't really reach the highs of Avatar: The Last Airbender, but nonetheless, it's so much fun to kind of explore the world of Avatar further through these characters. I really enjoy it. I like the series a lot, and what more is there? There's not much more to say. I really enjoy this series. Next, I'll show both of these together. We have the complete first and second season of Lie to Me. This is a really cool kind of crime drama, I guess you could say, because it's a lot more psychological. Now, there are 3 seasons of this show, but I started the 3rd one and I didn't really like it, which that's where the show got canceled too, so I guess I'm not the only one. But still, nonetheless, season 1 and 2 are worth owning. I don't think they're on Blu-ray, so I'm happy enough having them on DVD. Really cool, really neat show. I love Tim Roth, I think his name is. He's really good in the main character. The way he just analyzes and breaks people down, so cool. Next, I guess I'll show all these together too. I have every season, if you want to say, of Sherlock. I have season 1, season 2, season 3, and then I also have the Abominable Bride kind of in between that they did, in between season 3 and then season 4, which I think is going to end up being the final season. So I love this show. I got into it a couple years ago from a friend of mine in college, and this is one I'll probably upgrade to Blu-ray at some point, but at least for the time being, happy enough having all of them on DVD. Next, another one of my favorite shows, I have the season 1 set of Stranger Things, and I also have the season 2 set of Stranger Things. These are the Blu-ray DVD copies. They come in these really cool VHS looking sets. Apparently season 2 is really hard to find now. I got it not too long after it initially released, right after they dropped it to a really cheap price. I picked it up then, and now it's been really hard to find since, I think, at least for a good deal. So I'm really hoping when season 4 comes around, they release season 3 on Blu-ray, because Netflix doesn't do a lot for Blu-ray releases. So I'm really hoping they do this, because I'd love to have and continue to get all of the seasons in this show on Blu-ray. The stack's getting really high over there. Next, one of the saddest cancellations in TV history for me. The only season of Terra Nova. I loved this show when it was on. My only regret with this show is that when it came out, I didn't buy the Blu-ray. I still remember, I was looking at the website between the DVD and the Blu-ray, and I wasn't really into Blu-rays at the time, so I was like, I'm just gonna get the DVD. Now the Blu-ray is extremely hard to find. I don't even know if they make it anymore, probably not, but I was so devastated when they canceled this show. I love the first season. I've seen this show like 3 times through now. It's a really cool one. I don't even know if it's streaming anywhere right now, but that's the beauty of physical media. I bought it, I own it forever. Coming to a bit of a close here now. We have the first season of Young Justice on Blu-ray, and the second season of Young Justice on Blu-ray, and the 3rd season of Young Justice on Blu-ray. This is another one of the shows I loved growing up. I mentioned I picked some stuff up to show my future kids someday. This is definitely one I want them to see. I'm currently going through and re-watching it because I have not seen season 3, because this came out on the DC Universe, and then when they released it physically, I wanted to pick it up. So I'm re-watching right now. I finished season 1, I'm partway through season 2, and then I'll go watch season 3 for the first time. So this is another great series. You can get these for a pretty good deal on Amazon to get the Blu-ray. So if you like the series, that's worth checking out. Now that completes my TV collection. I will show you really quick in a picture here a couple of my wife's shows. She doesn't have much. She has the first 5 seasons of One Tree Hill, as well as the first 3 seasons so far of This Is Us. I keep our shows separate because the shelf that I have for TV shows is fairly small, so I can't fit everything on there. So hers are out and then hers are on one shelf and mine are on another. And I started One Tree Hill with her. I enjoy it. We just kind of fell off and never stuck with it. And I think This Is Us is pretty good too. It's one of her favorite shows that's on right now. So we unfortunately couldn't find season 4 on DVD this year on Black Friday. That's usually when we get them for her. So hopefully we can find that somewhere soon. So that wraps up my TV collection, mix of some DVDs as well as a lot of Blu-rays. So comment down below with some of your favorite items in your personal TV collection. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you kind of stuck with it. I mean, if you're still watching at this point, you did, through kind of me kind of digging a little bit deeper in it. Later this week, we're going through both shelves of this as well as some DVDs that I got over there behind the camera. So this one is going to be a really fun one. I did this last year and I'm really excited to come back and revisit everything again because the collection grew a lot over the past year. So as I've mentioned in my previous video, it's going to be fun. I kind of go shelf by shelf, and through each shelf I pick my favorite item in there. It really ended up being challenging with a lot of them last year because this shelf is always changing. So it's going to be different than it was last year because I'm always adding stuff to the collection. So it's going to be really fun. There's going to be a lot of challenging moments. I'm probably going to hate myself for doing it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one.